You
Sure.
mentioned something, I asked you about those pictures of the children, the way you had put them into the film, and you said you had a special kind of technology that made small pictures.
Not
To
really.
call it technology would be, it was like low tech, really, really low tech. But yeah, we had this camera, which was just a conventional consumer camera. But what we discovered about it is that it had a close-up, had the ability to do what's called macro, macro lens on it. A normal lens, but if you went really close. So if you took a shot of your fingernail, you could take some movies of your fingernail, and then your fingernail would be huge on screen.
Mm.
And so we used that because we were investigating, okay, backing up a second. There are a lot of archival photos in the film. We spent about a week here at MTU. We spent time in Houghton, and time in Calumet at archives, finding photographs. It's obviously stuff that was happened 90 years ago. So when we would see these photographs, some of them were very evocative, and we shot them full frame, and some of them were very evocative, but cinematically and graphically, they wouldn't be full frame, so we would do little moves. We weren't interested in that time in the digital moves that you can do online. These were very intimate moves, small moves. And then there were things that, when we took the camera and we put it on the photograph, it would reveal secrets, unseen things in the photograph itself. So when we saw these photographs, very, very wide shots with hundreds and hundreds of children in them. If we just had that full frame, it wouldn't have had any impact. But we took that little camera and we went in there and we were discovering emotion, people's faces. We were discovering, and that was a real revelation to us because it humanized. What it did is it humanized these photographs that were otherwise very static, and it gave them an energy and something that people could relate to. And at first we were very skeptical, but we used a whole series of those photographs during at the point in the film where what actually happened on Christmas Eve at the Hall was being talked about by a number of survivors and Jack Foster, and we used those photographs of those children at that time to evoke the children who were at the event.
I thought that was really effective,
Mm.
really.
It goes also to what Ken's talking about, in a way, is part of the approach we took to the whole film, which was the camera's handheld a lot. So, when you're looking at those photographs, you're looking at a handhold. It's not a computer processing a photograph like in a Ken Burns movie, where you do this, or you do that, or you do that, or you do that, or, it's a
little shaken.
there's a little shake in there, and you'll see in the interviews there's also a handheld, very tight, intimate thing. And what we wanted to do, that's sort of that's us in the film. We're not filmmakers who go on camera and make jokes and do stunts, but that's our presence in the film is that handheld, very intimate, quiet relationship with the people that we were talking with. So that's what we were trying to achieve, at least, because we didn't want to sort of be out here and have the film and the people over there. We wanted to be part of it, which is also why in some cases we just left our voice in. We're asking a question, we just left our voice in. It's fine. It's the idea is a conversation.
Right, and part of that is also that we always wondered in the film, like, where's the action? Where's the movement? Where's the equivalent of a chase scene? Where's the action that we're shooting? So, when Pete Manzini walks, 15 feet down towards the actual arch and the side of the tunnel, that's like a big deal because before that it's relatively static. But we thought if we were hand-holding the camera while we were talking to people, then that would give it the life. Mm-hmm. And it's a very subtle thing for a lot of people because when something works, we were just talking before, when something works you don't notice You don't notice it, it's seamless if it's really happening. But I think what it does is people seem affected by the people in the film, and that's why. Because if we had shot everybody like in a conventional documentary where there's a tripod and it's static and it's pretty much the same position between camera and subject, it doesn't have the same life. We were moving the camera all around like crazy. I mean, there were many, many different angles within every time we were shooting something.